Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of the irae. And yeah, if I feel like, maybe I sound a little bit tired, it's because I am. I'm sitting on stream for 4 hours now while recording this irae, so yeah, this is the last episode I'm doing on this recording session, and I will take a bit break from this irae after this. So hopefully we're going to finish this like weird dream slash illusion sequence or whatever that thing is. And yeah, I think like let's just go to the episode, I guess, and let's see how everything will end and what Rusauka had in plans for us on the rooftop. So yeah, let's go. Will Ren going to wake up? Is he going to figure out something after kiss? Like they will kiss, for example, and Ren will be like, "Wait, that's wrong. That's not how it's supposed to go," and he will just like wake up from this fever dream or something, maybe. Who knows? Anyway, let's continue. And also, I grabbed some tea this time, not coffee, because I had like 3 cups of coffee now, and I feel like getting fourth is a bad idea. But yeah, let's go. My head was in the clouds all through afternoon class. I can't even speak anymore. My head was in the clouds all through afternoon classes. No matter what I did, I couldn't concentrate. Or to be perfectly honest, I could only think about the same things. The sensation of her kiss on my cheek. Her breath as she whispered those secret words in my ear. Ooh. And what Shiro has shown us. Every time my thoughts were on the verge of heading in wicked directions, I looked down at my textbooks. My teachers' voices weren't registered with me at all. I couldn't keep my cool. My heart was restless the whole time. I mocked myself, thinking of how utterly comical it would be if I was the only one getting worked up like this. Maybe Rusauka hadn't been insinuating anything like that at all. I think she did. If so, then I would be a damn best for getting so bothered by it. It was frustrating and pathetic. But for some reason, not even those thoughts could calm me down. I was convinced. Convinced that she was definitely thinking the same thing I was. That she wanted the same thing. So, okay. Okay, now it's time to find out what she really wants. The roof was still, just as windy after school had ended. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we are not undressing because it's chilly, okay? That's one thing down. So, just kissing. We stood side by side, gripping the ring of the fence. We felt each other's presence, unable to tear our eyes away from the scenery before us. Also, probably a lot of hugging. Yes. I don't know, like, what Rusauka can do. For some reason, the dully familiar rooftop felt like a brand new sight to me. Maybe we'll just wake up before anything happens. The two of us stood next to each other and listened to the sound of the wind as we looked down on the systematically constructed tourist city. I felt a faint source of heat to my right. We were so close, I knew if I stretched my hand out, I could grab her slender shoulder and bring her over to me. Let's go! Hug Rusauka while looking like on the scenery of the city. Okay.
そうだな。高かったね。街が全部見渡せちゃうかと思ったよ。見渡したところで別に何もない街だけどな。
Mm-hmm. So she if you think about this, like, she put herself in the place of Mari in these memories, because we went up with Kasumi and Mari onto the to the tower.
そんなことないよ。いっぱいあるじゃん。そうかな。そうだよ。そっか。そう。
Okay. Crap, what the hell was I doing? I knew she didn't call me out here to talk about this sort of stuff. But there had to be something I could use to transition into that topic. Oh yeah, Mari exists. Yeah, we almost forgot about her again, huh? Unfortunately, there just hadn't been any chances to do so in this conversation. Yeah, that was all it was. Also, currently Mari, if I'm correct, is shattered and she's like, her soul is like inside Reinhardt Castle, right? That's what happened in Rea Road, in like this cell thing. Mari was not like with Ren anymore. So that's pretty much what happened here, so... Yeah, Ren is kinda like useless now. For now, until she comes back. Also, doesn't that mean that Mari will again have the hole in heart and she will like get clingy to Ren again? Huh, it's getting exactly like Mari Road. Almost. Kind of. We didn't get close to Mari beforehand, so maybe not exactly, but she will start feeling? Maybe? We fell silent again. Maybe I had it wrong all this time. As I stood still, unnerved by the silence, I suddenly felt something touch my right pinky. I think because otherwise she can get OP. Okay. Also, let's stop talking about Mari. We have a romantic, lovely scene with Rusauka now. Okay, let's focus on this. I looked at my side to see our hands interlaced between us. I saw myself reflected in those azure eyes of hers, a gaze that left a fierce impression on all it beheld. Her eyes and voice stimulated a part of my brain. What in the world was this sensation, this anxiety I've been feeling since this morning? She moved her begooning lips and carved my name into the cold wind with a husky voice. Lovely. We drew closer to each other, as if affected by the magnetic force. With my left hand and Rusauka right grasping the fence, we bent our bodies unnaturally and kissed. Aww. Okay, in this dream universe, Rusauka is not scary, so this is actually freaking awesome. She have affection side of hers. That's nice. The fence, with my left hand still gripping it, made a sound as though rebuking me for trying to catch up to the rapidly fading warmth. Yeah, that wasn't a greeting. More passion. Yeah, we know. You tried to kiss me in the class. Aww. She sacrificed the pet shop. Rusauka let her dance in the wind.
今度はレン君に頑張ってほしいんだけど。
You could try really hard yourself next time. What do you mean? Also, do we have like any like cool like this Rusauka scenes in the anime? Like, do we have Rusauka hugging Ren or something? Is that like even like existing in the anime? Someone let me know. I looked up from my tiptoes to the sky, gazed at the clouds, closed my eyes, then without opening them, shook my head to the right and opened my eyes. Her azure eyes were looking right up at me. Filled with amusement, indecent and golding, invisible lightning shot out of them and sent sparks running through my body in an instant. My left hand then parted from the fence as though it was electrocuted. Okay.
ルサルカ
I placed my hand over Rusauka, still wrapped around the rings of the fence. Wait. Trying to figure out how they're standing. Next to each other? Because they were like hugging? Okay, let's continue. My hands then slipped away from the fence as if my touch were the key. Okay. We turned to each other. I stared at their beautiful pink lips. The ones I've seen every day. Okay, yeah, so that's just like standing next to this and yeah. No? No. Seriously, I was such an idiot. Every day? Those were the same lips I saw every day. See, okay, so it's actually the first like I said before, like he like will start like figuring something out and he will wake up or something. So this is actually happening. Like he's like figuring out that this is not actually how anything works. So probably going to have some kind of like scene right now that she will try to kiss him again or like say that she loves him or something and he will just like reject her and she will get angry and like everything will just fall apart. That's my imagination of this scene. No, they weren't. Why hadn't I noticed earlier? She was wearing lipstick. I was sure of it. Now that I got a close look at her, maybe it wasn't lipstick, but at the very least, I hadn't seen that color on her before. I must have noticed it unconsciously, and that had to be why I've been feeling like something was off the whole time. Okay, never mind, maybe he's still not aware of it. And with that thought, several things that seem unnatural suddenly cleared right up. I've been driving her to try her hardest all day. I brought her small frame towards me, as though it were but second nature. Never mind, he did not wake up. We could feel each other warmth through our school uniforms. It was tantalizing. A great many words came to my head. She's so warm. What if someone drops in on us? She's so sweet. Her hair is soft. I've got to say something. I can hear the wind rattling the fence. She's small. There's a plastic bag fluttering in the wind somewhere. She's so slender. I can hear students participating in club activities. I'm cold, I'm freezing. She smells nice. That's a lot of like different like emotions you have here. So lovely. Yeah, she behaves lovely in this, actually. But each other thought disappeared. But each thought disappeared just as soon as it came, like a soap bubbles. Our embrace was the best way for me to convey them. Far more than any words or actions could.
冷たくなってる
Warm the hands. This is actually awesome scene. I love it. This is actually cool. Anime ended in Mari Road. Okay.
今日はちょっと寒かったね。
Yeah. Shall we go back? I mean, we can still hug on like sitting on the staircase or something, you know? Actually, let's just hug here so we can like keep warm each other, you know? That would be lovely. We need more passion. Rosauka hesitantly wrapped her fingers around mine.
レン君も冷たいね。
でもお前よりはあったかいよ。
She gripped my hands and buried her face in my chest. Aww. Aww. I'm not scared of Rusauka anymore. God damn it. Yes, Irae, what are you doing with me? She actually can be sweet. When she don't think about torturing people.
あったまるよ。
I gripped those shields and their fingers back, while taking care not to exert too much strength.
ちょっとはしゃいじゃったね。
キスの話？
でもあんなのごまかしだよね。
Window dressing? I have no idea. Like, it must have like some kind of like meaning. This is some saying probably that I don't know in English or something. Window dressing. What does it even mean? That's probably some kind of like English saying I don't get. That was just the window dressing, wasn't it? So what she was really implying was...
そうかな。
Does it mean like the beginning, basically? Something like that? So she wants more? I guess. That fits Rusauka.
レン君はあれで満足？
Okay, we are going with this, okay. Well, yeah, in its own way. No, Ren! I mean... Of course.
昼休みすごかったよね。
何が？
I knew what she meant, but it was probably coordinates that drove me to play dump.
エリーちゃんとシロ君映画みたいだった。
ドイツじゃ普通だって言ってただろ。
Okay.
言ったけどでも
I got the picture. I held her close to me with all I had, then lost myself in stealing a kiss from her. Ren taking initiative. Okay. She instinctively resisted, but only for a moment. She then loosens up, as though she was melting into me. Okay. It was only after our lips met that I realized mine were dry. I figured that had to feel disgusting for Rusauka, but I just couldn't bring myself to part from that sweet sensation. Also, if you think about this, like Ren, stealing a kiss like that, like from Rusauka, right now, like taking initiative, it's kind of like a parallel, if you think about this, to what happened to Rusauka in like these medieval times. If you think about this, technically, like she couldn't do anything, and like the guy who looked like Ren, I assume right now that's Mercurius, because like this is the only person I can think that lived like 300 years ago that have like Ren face, like forced himself on her, so it's kind of parallel to that, but she's not restrained this time. I just thought about this. This is kind of like parallel to what happened. A little bit. Soft tissue brushed against my bottom lip, carefully tracing the borderline between the inside and outside my mouth. I felt like all tension slip out of my arms. It was at that moment I realized Rusaka was standing on her tiptoes. Okay. Ren, you need to get lower. I feel my nose and lungs on her scent. Rusaka wrapped her arms around my stretched neck and drew me close. She gave me a peck on the lips as if to grant them the relief from the chopped state so desired. Chopped state they so desired. Rusaka giggled as though it tickled her.
すごいね。私たち。
Her melodic voice sang to me as we brushed our noses against each other.
ここ学校の屋上なのに。
Did you close the door?
誰も来ないよ。
I couldn't be sure of that, of course, but it didn't mean. I didn't want it to end here.
でもここいつもみんなでお昼食べたりしてる場所なんだよ。
ああ、
Maybe we should have picked a more romantic location. I mean, the city view is pretty cool, I guess. But
私こういうのが好き。
okay. First of all, Rusauka, this sounds like you are very experienced in this, and in this illusion thing, you are supposed to not have this knowledge, I believe. Maybe that's just my assumption, but okay. She freed my neck from her arms and wrapped her warm palms around my cheeks.
い
Okay.
つもの場所よく知ってる日常そういう場所の方が
I took a breath without even noticing it.
俺もだよ。
The sensation of their giggles against my face was making me ticklish.
なんか変態っぽいね私たち
Mostly you, Rusauka, but okay.
どこでそういう言葉を覚えるんだよ。
I placed my hands on hers. She loosened her fingers from my cheeks and wrapped them around my own.
レン君は
Aww.
私の日常だよ
How can you make Rusauka so lovely? Just how? Like, how can you take character and just like change character like 180%, like, or degrees? Yeah, degrees. How? Something that made her feel these. We pressed our cheeks together. Though chilled by the wind, they began to hit each other. Aw, are they going to like sit like on this bench and just like, you know, just like being the best couple ever? This is Railroad, by the way. Yeah. Okay. I refuse to believe this is Railroad. This is Rusauka Road, like 100%. And
俺も一緒。
aww. I embraced her tiny frame against the scarlet skies of dusk. This is lovely. I love it. This is cool. This is amazing. She kinda have this like witch face on this, like, oh yeah, good. But still, it's lovely. I like it. Her hair matched the setting sun in the background as well. Awesome. Embrace her tiny frame against the scarlet skies of dusk. I could feel her heartbeat and aroma flow into me with her warmth. The two of us felt the wind blow past us as we looked out into the twilight scenery before us.
こういう時レン君はすごくロマンチックだよね。気づいてないような顔しながら最後はいつも女の子が求めていることしてくれるし、そっけないのに優しくて重い。
There was a hint of anguish mixed with her modest joy. Her peaceful expression was betrayed by the voice full of distress as she looked far off into the distance. Okay, my idea, what if this is Rhea Road, but Rusauka will be on our side? What if we fall in love with Rusauka, Rusauka fall in love with Ren, and we join forces in order to help actually Rhea? What if that's a thing? Like, suddenly Rusauka will change her mind and just help us instead of, like, taking the grail from Reinhardt to be young forever. I don't know why would she do that, but what if? Now that I notice it, I couldn't help but question her about it. Did I read that? No. Her peaceful expression was betrayed by voice full of distress as she looked far out into the distance. Okay.
何か辛いことでもあったのか、ルサルカ。
ないかな。何も。
I don't think so, huh?
今はすごく幸せだよ。繰り返してほしいと思うし嬉しいって思う。あ、もしかして似合わなかったかな。ひどいな。
I mean, yeah, you are basically not behaving like your normal self that I know. But your face is still, like, kind of scary on this one.
ごまかすなよ。
I wrapped my arms around her tighter, so she would not laugh. Now we were facing the same direction.
そういうのはさ、失いたくないから生じる願いなんだよ。今が幸せで、宝石で、失いたくないって感じるから、わけわかんねえ理屈なんかに譲ってはならないって、強く強く思うから。
そのまま止まってくれたらいい？
Oh, yeah, talking about, like, Ren, craving and stuff once again.
ああ、どうか胸を張れる輝きのままでいてくれと、そう。
I know, I'd fight anyone in order to protect mine. Fight. The word had a rather unpleasing ring to it here, yet it felt oddly appropriate.
なくしたものは帰ってこない。後でどれだけ追い求めても、伸ばした指先の間から。
I think he's figuring stuff out. He just mentioned fight, and that felt weird to him. Which was why I embraced Rusauka, like there was no tomorrow. Why was I feeling so uneasy today? This moment was unsteady, almost like I was walking on a straw scaffolding. Just blinking made me feel like I was sinking into a swamp. But those words...
怖いね。レン君の言うこと。すごく強いけど、とても脆い。誰だって最初はみんなそう言うの。自分なら大丈夫。この思いがあるから、前を向いている限りは、意地を張っていられる限りはきっと。それが当たり前で、正しい答えなのは万人にわかる回答だけど、ねえ、それなら、望まないままなくしちゃったら、どうすればいいのかな。
What a question. Hmm.
ミスしたあなたがバカだとか、力不足なのがダメだとか、仲間がいないから、誓いが足りなかったから、相手が強かったからとか、いろいろと理由は並べられるけど、本 本当にどうしようもなかった時、全部の力を出し切ってそれでも不可能だって突きつけられたら。
それは
I couldn't answer her. Her voice, now lost with further sorrow, turned to the side that dissolved into the twilight. Like, from one perspective, it feels like she talks about Ren. Like, idiot screwing up, you were weak to make difference, like you couldn't face Reinhardt, didn't have any friends. Okay, that kind of like is a miss because you did, but maybe actually, yeah, okay. Your votes were lacking, opponents were strong, yeah. But on the other hand, if you think about this, you can think of this as Rusauka talking about herself, like from, you know, these like 300 years ago stuff. Like, she didn't have friends because she was accused to be a witch, and yeah, weak to make difference. It's like we can, I don't know, like I can put this like on both Rusauka and for Ren. We are powerless. Even if we tried our hardest, what we are supposed to do, I feel like this is like for both of them.
自分は何も悪いことしてなくて、毎日を精一杯生きていて、笑ったり泣いたり、時には失敗もしながらまた歩き出していて、何も間違ってない、誰に恥じることもない生き方をしていても、残酷な運命ってあるものでしょう。
Yeah, it was sad but true. And also why I felt I couldn't just simply dismiss her argument. All sorts of harrowing misfortunes existed that dealt major damage, even when we were prepared for them, like a storm. The world was teeming with them, and very few could avoid them, no matter how carefully they made decisions. Gaps in talent that no amount of hard work could close. Disparities between us set from the moment we are born. Huh. To be blunt, it was just painful.
自分に非のある場合ならいいの。反省するのも絶望するのも、そこは自業自得って言えるじゃない。けどね、何も悪くないのに奪われたら、お前じゃダメだって言われたら、
And this one feels literally like Rusauka. Like, she's been accused of being a witch without doing anything wrong. That's just been the times that she lived in. She's talking about herself here. This is her feelings about herself.
仕方がなかったじゃ済まされないのに、実際仕方がないんだもの。その一言で終わっちゃうから、残るのはなくして消えた痛みだけ。
I feel sad now.
もう一度前を向け、やり直しに手遅れはないんだとかさ、ドラマの主人公がよく言うけど、私はあの手の言葉嫌いかな。正しいから、そうすべきだから、あなたもちゃんとそうしなさい。失ったものは戻らないから、残ったものを守り続けろ。空っぽになった相手に言っちゃダメだよ。何も悪いことなんてしていないのに、勝手に妬まれて、勝手に恨まれて、吊るし上げられ
And
て、
with hated, falsely accused.
はけ口にされた相手に。
Wow, this episode is more serious than I expected. Holy shit. Wow. That's the side of Rusauka I never thought I would see, actually. Who was she talking about? I never heard of misfortune like that before. Yeah. If anything, we treasured our everyday lives precisely because no such thing ever happened in them. She sounded like she was talking from experience. God damn it.
それでも
Oddly enough, I was feeling strangely angry at that
お
moment.
前はここにいるだろ
Hell yeah. I touched Rusauka cheeks. Along with a bizarre yet nostalgic guilt for having left someone behind. Okay, so probably... Mari?
それともなんだよ俺の体温は幻かそりゃよくできた偽物だな
Hmm.
シロウのいたずらだってできそうにもないぞ失ったものは帰らない仮になくしちまったものができた後でもまだそんな言葉を吐けるかどうかも体験するつもりないからどうでもいい結局その時その場で考えたらいいんだよそんなものは
Ren is going talk no jutsu her to our side, isn't he? Oh my god.
先のことなんてわからないし過去ばっか見てると引きずるだろ真面目に駆け抜けないといけないのはいつだってこの刹那にしかないんだ
Please, let's have happy ending for Rusauka outside of the side road. And so we all lived, earnestly in the moment. Whenever it was irresponsibility or the pride of one who succeeded at keeping safe whenever they held dear. We treasure the ephemeral radiance of the present moment because we don't want to consider any sort of loss. No matter how much I argued over that reasoning, that conclusion was the only one I'd ever reach. Both the unharmed and the scarred could only live under that belief. If we didn't, we would eventually flee from something else. And so, those who couldn't stand living in reality clung to the brilliant and repulsive light of destruction, even if that meant burning their souls in the hellfire of calamity for all eternity. And above all else, I...
あいつらや何よりお前を失ったわけじゃない
we know it's fake, but it's so freaking lovely. I love it. This is so cool. Ah.
それじゃあ不服か
Embarrassing as they may have been, I still bluntly spat out those words. Okay. That smile was the most beautiful I'd ever seen. Or rather, it felt like it was probably the first time I'd ever seen Rusauka smile.
こうしてぬくもりを分かち合えるあなたに抱きしめられているこの刹那こそ私が意地張ってきた成果だって思えるものそれだけで私追いつけたって思うから
How is that called railroad? How? Just how?
言われなくたって俺はどこにも行かねえよ
This is the only road I need.
嘘本当あんなに女の子にモテるのにぶっきらぼうなイケメン彼氏さんはそれほど私にメロメロなんだ
Heart of Ice Chick Magnet? What do you mean? What does the... How did you came up with this nickname? What?
モテてない
I guess... Okay. Heart of Ice Chick Magnet, okay. So you are cold, but also you have like full harem. Okay, like, okay, get it. That was all just for show. What I really loved was... What I loved was...
うそ。もうそんなにツンケンしなくていいじゃない。ずっと好きだった男の子にこうして抱きしめられて、
Okay.
あの日失っちゃったはずのものをやっと虜にすることができたんだから。
Which I lost on that day. So you're referencing the guy that looks like Ren from the... So what do you have, like some Stockholm syndrome, Rusauka? Like after like many like years, maybe not years, like weeks or something in being trapped and like, yeah, being like do stuff to her by the guy that looked like Ren, she fell for him and like now she's falling for Ren. Okay, this is... What? Do you have Stockholm syndrome?
だから。
Also, what are the chances that the guy from the backstory was actually Mercurius? I have like chances are pretty high because this is the only person outside of Ren that 300 years ago could have similar face. I mentioned this in the previous episodes as well, but I'm going with this theory. This feels cursed, but this is like the biggest probability. One second. I will just tell you that this isn't exactly what she meant, but you will see what actually happened later. Okay. Not exactly, so maybe partially true. And?
もう絶対離さない。
That's troubling, actually. I mean, from a Ren perspective now, it's pretty lovely. But from us knowing Rusauka, that's a very bad sign. Like, I will just like trap you with my shadows or something and you will be my slave. The word suddenly wrapped at that moment. Oh! Okay, never mind. Wait.
捕まえたわよ。
Okay, I have questions. Why do you mask something? Last time it happened like very, very long time ago. What? Why? Okay. I have no idea. I finally got you. I think like she's like saying Ren's name, but she's not saying Ren's name, but the guy that like was like with her that 300 years ago or something, and they just like on purpose obscure his name. Because maybe, I mean, the only thing I can think of like this is like Mercurius' name, and they just don't want us to know it yet. So they just like mask it for no, like, just for the reason of suspense. But yeah. I couldn't hear it, though that name wasn't mine. It still felt somewhat nostalgic, okay? Nostalgic. No. Never mind. I just had some like... Okay, never mind. The spark of old thought flickered from my head. No, maybe it had a long time ago. Because this was...
苦痛に耐えることはできても、幸福には誰も耐えることができない。
Okay. It wasn't the word that was distorted, it was me. I bent, stretched out, thought expanded, and then
これがあなたの望んだ世界？私が入ったことでちょっとだけ歪んだけど、これがあなたの願った夢？
what? What? Holy crap! You witch! Oh my god! I got a bit distorted because I threw myself into the mix. Okay, so she was showing him the illusion.
あなたが溺れたかった水底はここなの？
I was... This what she dragged me into was my dream.
違うといえば違う。
And she's back to her usual self, okay. But she also spoke the truth. I wanted to return to my day-to-day life, wishing for days like this to go on forever. But there was still much I had to do. I couldn't stumble and lie on the ground when I should have been running. If I did that, I wouldn't be me anymore.
そうね。まだ深いところに沈まないと見えてこないか。
The witch dragged my feet down into a swamp, their words colored by the exasperation and the twinkle of the light. Let's keep diving, deeper and deeper.
そうしないとあなたのルーツが見えてこない。そうよ。そもそもあなたの人格一体誰なの？それを一緒に探しましょう。答えはそこにある気がする。あなたの魂は何者なのか？
Who in the world your soul is? Oh, wait! Because Ren is the part, like, Ren is part of Machina's soul, and they, like, are, like, different people from, like, they were, like, fighting and then merging the souls, fighting, merging souls, stuff like this, the stronger, and stuff. So does she feel that she knows his soul from before? So was it like one of like previous like lives of Ren that get lost basically during the fights later in like Reinhardt Castle? But what happened to her was like 300 years ago, so Ren wasn't like body like his other self, because Machina said like he was like comrade with like Ren during World War II, right? Like they were in tank and stuff like this. So that's the totally different time period. Okay, what are the chances that that was not Mercurius but one of like predecessors of like Ren or something? Or maybe this whole like Valhalla fighting thing happened actually way before the World War II? Okay, I'll just read my head. Ow.
私の不安もなくなると思うの。
So Rosauka, are you actually trying to murder the person who like you was with like during this like witch hunts? Or what? Probably, right? But he's like 300 and World War II, that like Ren couldn't be around that time. Who was there? How far back are we talking about? An indescribable chill ran through me at the very moment, one that defied all logic, the sensation of my soul trying to avoid learning the answer.
いや、メロ。
The times don't match. Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, exactly. So why you feel like like you felt his soul before? What the fuck?
あら、どうして？
知りたくない。
It was me, Ren Fuji, no one else. I couldn't give a damn about my roots. I wasn't interested in any of that shit. Okay. Wasn't that Machina on that picture? Machina is always like shown on like this perspective, like you know, hand on the side and stuff. I guess like Ren is remembering that he was part of Machina now. Like he got split from Machina. What the hell was the thing that just passed through my head?
どうも。かなり危ないものを溜め込んでるみたいだけど。ごめんね。私が知りたいのはそういうものなの。
やべえ。
How does Rusauka powers work? That was Machina, yeah. I let out the most defiant scream possible, though I didn't even know if I had the mouth or throat to do it. I had no clue if it would do me any good, but I just couldn't give in without a fight.
多分あなた、ハイドリ秘境に行くんでるのね。だとしたらケウだわ。あの人にそんな感情を抱けるやつなんて誰もいないのに。
I mean, we have Tripa. And Machina that as well. I couldn't hear Rusauka's voice. I had to avoid hearing it at all costs. I needed to forget everything that happened up to this point and wake up. Nothing good would come from remembering those
ま
conversations.
すます知りたくなってきた。絶対に何が何でもそこまで引きずり込んであげる。
So, is Rusauka power like allows her to like swallow people inside this shadow, so inside of her like educate Agner Bear stuff? And she can like search through the soul of the person without like she's like eating him and then he's like inside of her and she can just like probe his soul for information. Can she then spit him out basically without any harm? Because like they still need him, so she wouldn't kill him. But maybe she's just doing this to gain information because he felt familiar to her.
どんなに必死に頑張っても目なんか覚ますことはできないよ。
Someone comes to wake you up, okay?
誰か。
そう。溺れているときは助けがないと浮上なんかできない。
だったら。
Only one person could be capable of that. In a way, admitting it was kinda tough, but right now I needed her. I begged for her aid from the bottom of my heart. If there was anyone out there who could save me from being a prisoner of the Obsidian Round Table, it would be... Rhea? I mean, she's like in the castle, right, and stuff. I mean, in the church. Yeah, okay. Rhea for the rescue. What a coincidence. After all, I couldn't think of anyone else but her. Also, how can you talk to his mind? I guess you talked to his mind when you were like inside like Isaac Ward stuff. Okay, let's not dive into this. I grabbed the hand, reaching out of me with all my might. It's just Masada thing, yeah. Okay, back to reality. The nightmare finally ended. I awoke with a scream. I puked right then and there. I felt like it was just gone through something blood curdling, and I couldn't recall any of the details. How much of that was a dream? How much was it? How much of it was reality? I recall someone coming here. We talked. They did something to me. I lost consciousness, and I tried my hardest to piece it all together again. But it felt like someone within my brain was tagging my reason and telling me to forget it all. The state of my mind was so bad.
おはよう。
Oh, hi, Rhea. You're actually here. Good morning. And we'll see your conversation in the next episode. Thanks for waking me up. But also, we had such a lovely time with Rusauka, that was amazing. But yeah, turns out, yeah, that was all fake. God damn it. Anyway, this is like incredibly interesting, but like thing that happened like in this like last minutes with Rusauka. What does she mean? Why the timeline doesn't match? Did she meet him? What? I'm confused. I wonder. And now HC with Freya. God damn it! Is it? Okay, anyway, we are going to see if there's going to be actually any scene with Freya in the next episode. We just had Rusauka making us very tired, so we also collapsed. So let's see if Freya will make us tired as well. But it's for another episode. Thank you, everyone. Hope you liked this episode. That was pretty much almost Rusauka Road. And also very interesting ending. I wonder what's to make out of this. I have thoughts, but I don't know. Thank you. I will see you next one. So drop a like if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, become a member if you would like to support me, see the episodes here, and yeah. Comments are yours. Thanks once again for a Pocket Watch. As you got.